Hello everybody, I am Aaron the Gaming Godfather here with a little bit of an update. I've got to apologize to all my subscribers out there and the people who just simply watch my videos. Thank you first off, actually, since I'm still getting subscribers, but as you can tell from my frequency of videos being uploaded, it's dropped phenomenally. And that's because of a few things. I've actually started working full-time at my job, so that, of course, is going to take time away. And also, I'm a staff writer with Entertainment Fuse. Just go to entertainmentfuse.com. I'll put a link down below so you can just click on that and go right there. And I've been writing pretty much every week with Entertainment Fuse, and it's been features and reviews and previews and whatnot. So please go check them out and check out my articles. We really appreciated. The last couple articles have been about Godus and Delver. Delver was a bit of a review, but that game's kind of fucked up because it's still marked as being in beta, even though it's supposedly been released as far as Steam goes. And Godus, I'll get to that in a little bit. What I'm going to start doing is I'm going to still upload reviews and a few things, but there's going to be quite a few changes going on. Masterpiece of Shit Theater will come soon. I've actually got the first one recorded for the in-game things. What I'm going to do is Masterpiece of Shit Theater Godzilla, Monster of Monsters. Yes, the NES one. So that what Masterpiece of Shit Theater is going to be is not a strictly review thing. It's more or less my personal interpretation of it, not a strict review, but everything tearing the game apart as much as I can. And putting a bit of a show for you folks. It's not going to be just pure in-game footage. There will be some in-game footage, but it's also going to be me out of game. I hate to compare it to this way, but it's the easiest way to do so. If you know any of your video game nerd or any of those kind of guys that still review it and talk about how bad it is or how good it is and go into detail about it, but still put on a bit of a show for the viewers, that's what I'm going for. I don't want to compare myself to that simply because I don't want people saying, "Oh, you're just ripping them off." And I fully understand, so you don't have to bring it up. I know he has covered Godzilla, King of Monster, or Monster of Monsters, as well as a lot of other Godzilla games. But he's seeing it through what I think is a lighthearted kaiju fan eyesight. And I just want to kind of give a little bit more my flair to it. So that's going to be the first one, Masterpiece of Shit Theater. The second one actually is not going to be a video game. It's going to be a movie called Branded. If you've not yet seen Branded, don't. When my Masterpiece Shit Theater episode comes out about it, you'll see and hear why you do not want to see Branded. After Branded will be Rec 3, as in the Rec and Rec 2, the French or Italian? I think it's French movies, but the third one is Italian. That's why I'm saying French or Italian in question, because I'm pretty sure Rec and Rec 2 were French. If you don't know what Rec and Rec 2 are, it's basically Quarantine, but good. Yeah, if you like Quarantine, sorry. Just watch Rec and Rec 2 and you'll enjoy those movies quite a bit better. So those are the first three that are going to be for Masterpiece Shit Theater. Also, I've been going over introducing a little bit, and that's going to change drastically. Every single introducing video to date, it should actually be considered a true review, because all it was is just a funny or unique way of me putting a little bit of flair on it, reviewing a game or two. And that's not what it's going to be from now on. What introducing will be is sort of a this is and an introduction to a True Play series. So from here on out, every single introducing episode will be just to, as the name of the video series dictates, it's going to introduce a game for you as I do a True Play of it. True Play is still going to be strictly just me playing the game. It's going to be a Let's Play. And all that's going to be is filler, because I fully understand that me not uploading videos for all my subscribers and fans and everything like that, that shouldn't happen. So you're at least going to have something to watch. I'm hoping to have one out, at least one every week. Again, I'm very sorry about the infrequency of my videos being uploaded. But still, again, thank you for subscribing and everything. What else? Oh, True Play. I was gonna do one more episode of True Play Defiance, and then I started playing Defiance, and I was recording it, and I deleted it. I deleted it strictly because after listening to myself, I remember how bored I was with Defiance. Defiance, I hate doing this. I like Tryon Worlds as a developer, publisher, whatever. They're a good company. You know, they aim really high. They strive to do things that aren't normal. Defiance has a network television show on Sci-Fi, and from what I've seen, I kind of like Defiance. It's not great, but I think it's still pretty good. It's worthwhile. It's worth watching. But the game itself, to me, I started getting bored. There wasn't really any hooks. You know, there wasn't a feature or mechanic that made me say, I want to keep playing this game because of this and this. You know, things that made me want to keep going and going and going. It's not a bad game, but as an MMORPG, it's not that good. If it was strictly more having more class features and allowing people to fill more roles, having more people have powers and abilities that would allow you to want to find other people to team up with. I don't want to see it just start adding in a cleric and a fighter and a rogue. I don't want to see that, but being able to use an ability that heals your buddies, or for the love of God, like put out an ammo resupplier or something like that. Because the biggest problem that game has, I shouldn't say problem, but the biggest thing that's such a pain in the ass of the game is finding ammunition. It's always a risk that you will run out of ammo and then you have to run away. Whenever I'd start up a little instance or a little area, I would always be running out of ammo. So I'd run into a mission, and this happened quite a few times. I'd run into a mission and have 4 bullets. That'd be it. So shoot 4 times and I'm done. And there's still 20 guys left to take care of. What do? I run around, ducking in between, turning the entire area into an obstacle course, and just meleeing them. That's it. And then I use my special ability to save up for that, so my melee hits would be almost one hits. So I decided to just delete it, and I'm not going to do True Play Defiance anymore. There's a reason why Defiance has had so many price cuts lately, and they've been trying to tie it in. Also, Tryon Worlds has been trying to tie it in with Rift. Their latest thing is if you own or buy a physical copy of Defiance, you can put in the code of that to your account, which gives you some in-game bonuses like a free mount and some points or something like that in Rift. So that's what they're trying to do. I hate saying this way, but that's basically Tryon World saying Defiance is not doing well. We need a way to make it do better. So Rift is doing somewhat well. It really is. There's quite a few players on there. So let's entice the Rift players to buy Defiance. And there's a reason to go with that also is Defiance got a huge price cut in which you can actually download it for $10. So and if you were smart and you actually saved up a coupon like I did from Raptor, you'd get 30% off it, so it'd be more like $7. A game that went from, I think it was like $40 down to $10, that's not a good sign. But this is also because they don't charge a membership fee or anything like that. But I digress. Introducing will no longer be a review series. It won't be just to introduce you into the world of indie gaming. I will do True Play episodes of certain games and do an introducing short little explanation what the game is like, and then I'll do at least one, if not more, True Play episodes of that game. That's what introducing was originally going to be, a simple and quick review to give you a glimpse of good or great indie games that you may or may not be aware of. And that's not what it should be. So True Review will take over for that, and introducing will just simply open up and serve as an episode 0 to True Play series. To replace this, I'm going to start doing Rift. I've already said that. And Rift is, to me, a really phenomenal game. I enjoy it greatly as an MMORPG simply because I'm the type of guy, when I played EverQuest, I couldn't play a single class. I had as many characters I had a mage, I had a druid, I had a ranger, I had a paladin, I had a cleric, and I'd play one, and then I'd start playing another one, and I'd get maybe to level 22, 24 at the very highest, and then get bored, and then I'd switch. Rift stops that, in which basically there are 4 classes. It's fighter or warrior, I can't remember, rogue, cleric, and mage. And here's the thing, each one of those classes can serve 3 roles, and the 3 roles are DPS or damage, tank, support, and healer. And they can do 3 of those at a time. And there's crowd control too, but that's more or less just basically support or healer. Here's the thing, every single one of those classes can do those roles extremely well. So with that, we all know a fighter can be tank or DPS. Yeah, fine. How about a support fighter? Yeah, you can actually be a pretty decent support fighter. What about a purely tank rogue? Or a support rogue? Yeah, you can do that pretty well also. The Bard and, what's it called? The newest one. Crap, I forget what the hell it's called. It's another one that's a little bit of support. You can be an extremely potent support in which you heal and buff allies as a rogue. At the same time, you can be a very good tank. You can give a fighter a run for his money as the tank rogue, which is the Rift Walker or Rift Stalker, I think it is. Same thing, a cleric being a tank, yeah. You probably will get out everything in regards to either being a fighter or rogue, because it kind of it's the tank soul for the cleric's okay, but not that great. But being melee or ranged DPS as a cleric, yeah, go for it. You can actually also add in healing or heal here and there, so then you can heal your buddies while dishing out a lot of pain. So go for it. And so on and so forth. This is where the great thing is. You can pick one character. Let's say a rogue. Now this rogue can be ranged DPS, melee DPS, tank, and support all in one. Not at one time, but with a simple click, boom, you've gone from tank to melee DPS, or click ranged DPS, click support. It's that simple. It really is. And that's why I really love Rift. It's extremely fun and allows me to basically go, well, I'm bored being a tank rogue. I want to be a melee DPS rogue. Or I'm tired of being melee DPS. I want to be a support. So on and so forth. So if you've not checked out Rift, it's 100% free to play. It really is. The only thing that it holds back on or kind of stifles your ability to play is each one of the classes has an extra soul added in from the expansion pack. So if you want those 4 extra souls, and you will, they're actually very fun, you're going to have to buy the expansion pack or buy the souls with real money, and you basically buy credits for the game. So please go ahead and do that. I recommend all 4 of the souls. Actually, they're incredibly fun. From what I remember, the cleric gets a yin and yang kind of evil good soul, in which basically he takes the damage of whoever he buffs, and he's able to deal damage to that whoever hurts that person, and by hurting himself he heals others, and a lot of very cool and creepy things. The rogue has a ranged AoE focused support / ranged DPS / partial tank. It's really a little bit of jack of all trades. The fighter has a ranged elemental damage soul, which is basically a spell blade, except you don't use mana, which is a huge thing, so you don't have to keep mana potions on you. And the cleric, or not the cleric, what was the other one? The mage. The mage gets, this is the weirdest thing, a melee sort of tanky thing. Yeah, so you kind of have 2 souls that are basically Spellblade. And from what I've heard, the mage one is incredibly powerful because you do so much damage and with the mages already incredible tanking pets and everything like that, and ability to self-heal and soul and everything like that, that just makes it all the more powerful. So again, with Rift, get it. I highly recommend it. And what I'm going to do with this, and I didn't want to do it this way, but I think it fits best. I didn't want to just apologize and tell you what I'm going to do. I also want to do a little bit of a podcast. So here we go. I'm going to do 2 quick topics, and that's going to be it. Again, what I talked about with writing for Entertainment Fuse, I did an article not too long ago about Godus. That's what I call it. I know it's Goddess, but anyways, it's Peter Molyneux's latest game, or 22 Cans' latest game, if you look at it that way. And I highly recommend you read the article because I'm not going to go word for word what I just said. If you want to know what I think about it, please read the article. With that being said, I've still kept playing the game, not because I enjoy it, but because I'm interested and intrigued by it. If Peter Molyneux can finally live up to all the hype he makes, this will be a really good game, an incredibly good game. At the same time, as it stands, it's not worth $20 that you have to pay for. It really isn't. It's kind of junk, simply because the controls will easily cause your hand to cramp up. It really will. If you're not an experienced PC gamer, you will get cramps and soreness just by clicking hundreds of times. I'm not kidding. You can sit there and click and click and click, and you will just start to feel pain after a while. So hopefully the problems that have been brought to Peter Molyneux and 22 Cans since alpha of the game will be fixed. And one of the big things, of course, is clicking over and over to raise several levels of land or terrain. And to tell you how I think of the game so far, I treat it like a Facebook game, and that's what it seems like. Basically, all I do with the game is I'm just playing to increase the size of my area and increase my towns or whatever kingdoms population. That's all I'm doing. That's all I really am doing, and to me it kind of pisses me off. At this point, I play it maybe every 2 or 3 days. I play it for about 15 minutes, and I stretch out a couple of pieces of land, get a couple of boxes drawn on there, and then I have some of the villagers build homes for themselves, and that's it. And I'm hoping to find a shrine. The only cool thing, and I kind of stress it's on it being cool, I'm not too much from that. I found something in the game that I don't know what the hell it is. It's possibly the giant statue that exists in the game. I don't know what it is. It's a giant stone something. It's buried underneath a mountain. I'm assuming it's like what Peter Molyneux was showcasing certain people. Basically, he shows a giant stone face, and you can unearth it. With that being said, if it is, what is the purpose of it? I mean, can I bring this stone statue to life? Will it give me a bonus? What will it do for me in the game? If it looks pretty and just like, oh, look, I found this. Okay, but here's the thing. It takes up a lot of fucking room. It's huge. It really is. It's ginormagantuan. It's incredible how big this thing is. That being said, it's taking up precious real estate for my people. I could just as easily keep it covered and have, I don't know, a couple of hundred people added into my village's population, kingdom, whatever. So, if you're thinking about Godus and you're thinking about getting it, don't. It's the easiest way for me to say it. I would wait. Right now, they're saying it's 40% done, and the 40% done isn't good. It really isn't. It doesn't look that great. Black and White 2 looks so much better compared to Godus, whatever. Yeah, don't waste your $20. The way I put it, I would rather wait and pay 40 or 50 for a game that I know is good because they polished it and made it a lot better than pay 20 now in hopes that the game will get better and be good. So I would just say save up a paycheck or two rather than just, oh, it's only $20. It'll be cheaper now. Just save up a paycheck or two and get it when it's 40 or $50. There you go. And the next one, lately what I've been getting into and finding out about is this is starting to basically have been, if not turning into, the Kickstarter age. And to me, Kickstarter, as far as gaming is concerned, can be lumped into one of two areas. You're either an indie developer and you can't find a publisher, so you decide to just do it yourself, or you don't have a publisher and you have an idea and you just don't have an out, but you're not a small group at all. So you decide to say, fuck it, and let's do it our way. And with that, you basically have one of two people. You have Awesome Knots or Mighty Number 9, and then you have people like the Stomping Lands, and Mutant Football League. With the first group, anybody who thought Mighty Number 9 was not going to do amazing is a fucking moron. I'm sorry. If you seriously looked at Mighty Number 9 and thought this game will not do well, you are high on something I wish I could get my hands on. Simply because this is the best of the best as far as Mega Man is mostly concerned. You're talking some of the best core group for Mega Man, period. And if you thought for a single second that these people won't deliver, something's wrong with you. And that being said, same thing with Awesome Knots. I didn't think they'd do as well as they did. They did really quite well on their Kickstarter page. But I knew they would at least make their goal and a little bit more. And they blew by it immensely. They really did. Let me bring up the exact number of what they did. Let's see. For Awesome Knots Starstorm, they set a goal of 125,000. They did 345,000 plus. So they more than doubled? Yeah, they more than doubled their goal. I was assuming 200 to 225, easy, for what they were going to make. So they proved me wrong, and I'm glad. I love Awesome Knots. I think it's a great game. I'm looking forward to see what this fourth character is going to be like. And I'm looking forward to also getting my hands on Digital G and all sorts of other cool stuff. So that's great. And I was the Iron tier, so early beta access. As soon as that comes out, I'll let everybody know and probably end up writing an article for it too. But I will also do something for people here on YouTube. With that also being said, I completely forgot to mention this. I have to link them below. Another thing that's been keeping me away from my videos is every now and then I've been guest hosting, I guess I could call it, for another podcast with Entertainment Fuse called Digital High. Digital High is a really good podcast. I highly recommend you listen to them. Not just the ones that I'm connected to, but those are the ones I will link to down below. So there's that. Now, the two I mentioned otherwise, as far as the Kickstarter, in which basically you are an indie developer and you can't really find a publisher, there's the Stomping Land and Mutant Football League. I'm going to cover Stomping Land because it's a little bit older. It was funded way back earlier this year, around May to June. And they set an extremely low goal of 20,000, and they got 114,000. They still update, they just don't update a lot through Kickstarter. And here's what Stomping Land is. It's described as the Stomping Land is a multiplayer survival game about dinosaurs. Create traps, salvage resources, form tribes. And from what they've shown in their current build, or at least the video of their hoping to be current build of the game, it looks incredibly fun. You can build small and large traps that will either meant to snare or hurt or kill dinosaurs. You can even tame dinosaurs and ride them. You're sort of like a Native American, and you can use parts and bones and claws and teeth of said dinosaurs to make your bows and weapons and totem and everything even better. So the way this game's shaping up, it's going to be really cool because you not only have to worry about carnivores after you say take down I don't know the name of them, but say like a small two-legged dinosaur that's a herbivore. You take down one of those things, a T-Rex comes, stomping through. You by yourself, you're not going to be able to take down a T-Rex with a bow and arrow. But with a couple of traps and maybe a few of your buddies, yeah, you could. Here's the other problem. You're not alone. It will be single-playered, but the bigger emphasis on it will be multiplayer, in which you're going to have to worry about other enemy tribes, not just enemy players, enemy tribes, stealing your food. And the way it's going to probably turn out to is maybe a little bit like PlanetSide 2, in which it becomes more about factions and large tribes kind of at war with each other. Because the way they're talking is this game, if you keep hunting dinosaurs, they will start to run low on numbers, so you won't be able to simply hunt them. You're going to be stuck fighting other tribes, which to me is very cool because it doesn't force you to do it, because you're more than capable if you want to just uproot and move your tribe somewhere else. Same thing, if you don't want to move, you got to fight it out. You're not forced to fight out, but you've gotten alternatives. You can try and keep hunting and keep safe and hide and everything like that, or you can just move. Then again, go to war. Fight it out. And the other game I'm really looking forward to, but I really don't think it's going to happen. Mutant Football League. For those of you that are of the 90s generation, and you know what I'm talking about. I'm not talking you were born in 1998. No. I'm talking to people that watch Animaniacs and things of that nature. You probably remember a game on the Sega Genesis, some of you do, called Mutant League Football. Well, this is the spiritual successor, or basically, if you ask me, remake or direct sequel to this game. Hence why it's called Mutant Football League. The guy who's mainly responsible for it, Michael Mendheim, is the actual one, the one responsible for setting up this Kickstarter page. Here's why I don't think it's going to do well. It has 23 days left to go. It has a goal of $750,000. Yes, $750,000, and its total amount is just a little under $38,000. Unless it starts getting quite a few people going for the big, like 10,000 or say 5,000 goal, I don't see it's gonna make it. I'm glad to see somebody picked the 5,001, and there's a couple of people at 2,500. I myself backed up one of the higher ones. I didn't go 100, but I went a little bit less than that. So I would love to see this game come to be, simply because I am a big fan of Mutant League Football, but I'm not holding my breath for it. This Kickstarter page, they offer a lot to it. What I'm hoping is Mighty Number 9 has only got 8 days left, I believe. 8 or 9 days left. 8 days, yes. 8 days left. So hopefully once Mighty Number 9 finishes and stops at, 2 point, it'll probably almost hit 3 million. As soon as it's done with that, then maybe Mutant Football League will have a chance, and people of Mighty Number 9 will jump for that to Mutant Football League. I hate saying it because I'm a fan of it, but I've got to stay realistic. I don't think it's going to happen. And that really sucks. But then again, that's kind of one of the risks you run. And I wouldn't mind seeing them trying out for Indiegogo. And I'm going to suggest that to them. I'm in contact with them because I'm writing an article on them. They're my next article in regards to sort of indie-type games. And if I get in direct contact with them, I'm going to suggest to them they try Indiegogo, because Kickstarter, if you don't make your goal, you get nothing. If you go to Indiegogo, you can still keep a portion of the funds, which still runs a bit of a risk with the people, but Mutant Football League, they can at least do Indiegogo and have a shot, and then maybe get greenlit on Steam. So hopefully they do that, because that's what Delver did, or no, that's what who the hell was it? It wasn't, or was it Godus? I believe it was Godus, actually. I'm gonna double check that right now before I just make myself look stupid. No, it wasn't Godus. Who the hell was it? Delver? I feel stupid right now. No, it didn't look like it was Delver. Damn. Who was it? I feel I feel kind of stupid about this, but there was a game they did not make. Now I remember what it is. It is something Shadows. It's like Eternity Shadows or something like that. What the hell is it? Shadow of the Eternals. That's it. Okay. Shadow of the Eternals. Okay. Insanity's Requiem, whatever the hell it's called, on the GameCube. That game did really well. The spiritual successor of the game wanted the same goal, $750,000. They made not even half that. They made $323,000, almost $324,000. So here's the thing: they failed on Kickstarter, I should say, but they got greenlit on Steam, so they still have a chance. So hopefully the same thing happens in Mutant Football League if they fail on Kickstarter, and they most likely will. Simply because Mutant League Football is only going to have a few diehard fans, and that's it. I think they could maybe break 300,000. I'm going to put it out there. I'm going to say I'm betting 350,000. That's what I'm going to say. If they make 750,000, make me look stupid and wrong, I hope they do. I'm a fan. I want to see it. But in reality, I don't think they will. But I'm digressing a little bit, so I'm going to get back on track. Those are the two topics I want to talk about. And to kind of recap everything, I'm sorry about the low frequency of videos being uploaded. I'm going to do my best to have weekly videos of at least True Play or something. M-Post is coming. I plan on introducing in a different manner. That's going to be episode 0 for each new True Play. And introducing Rift, that will be coming up here very shortly, hopefully in a day or so. And that, of course, will be followed by True Play Rift. I'll also be doing a couple of true reviews on a couple of indie games. I want to review Alpha Kimori, Fireball, and Garodon, all of which I've been getting through indie bundling sites such as Indie Royale, Humble Bundle, IndieGameBundles.com, something like that. That's where I got Alpha Kimori. They had an anime centered bundle through that site. So I'm going to put links to all those sites, or most of the sites down there, give you a handout on those. I highly recommend anybody to give those a shot, because there are some really good games on there, and they're extremely cheap, and you get some decent music too. And when I mean cheap, I mean $10, less than $10 sometime. Pretty much all the time, it's actually under $10. So please give those one a look at. Again, look at Kickstarter and check out those games. Again, Mighty Number 9. You've got 8 days left. Go check it out now. Get in on it and get it for its more expensive when it gets full release, because it made its goal and then some. It's dominated. So that's going to happen. They pledged for $900,000. They made well than twice that. So they're going to make it. Get in on it before that happens. I'm going to say Shantae. They've got 11 days to go, so they're very close. They're less than 13,000 from their goal. So Shantae, Half Genie Hero, that could happen. Mutant Football League, probably not going to happen. I hope I'm wrong. I pray to Satan down below that I am wrong, for my soulless ginger self, that I am completely wrong on that, and I want to see it come to be. But check it out and feel free to pledge. You know, the lowest one on that is $13, and you get a Steam version of the game, and a few other things like little minor things. So check those games out. Please go to entertainmentfuse.com to read my articles, find out what I think about certain games, things like that. I review and feature a lot of games on there, mainly indie ones, but I don't stray away from bigger titles such as Dragon's Crown I reviewed. Long and short of it, I fucking loved it. Great game. If you've not played Dragon's Crown, sucks to fucking be you. Oh my god. And I know I'm cursing a lot, but man, that's a really fun game. It's fun and exciting, and I just love playing it. All the characters are amazing on it. And if you get hung up on the artwork, just kiss my ass. Seriously, the only one I have a minor problem with is, and that's the mermaid. That's it. Bare naked ass, and that's the only thing I got a minor problem with. But other than that, the rest of it is amazing. I mean, you're looking at the wrong part of their artwork there, buddy. And fuck you all the feminists that are giving a problem about it when there are worse problems out there. And, there's a good handful of the artwork made by women. Yes, females, ladies, those that do not have cock and balls down there. No twig and berries down that equipment. So they've been doing some of the artwork too. So you can't really be hating on them for if they're doing their own free will. So if you hate me for it, see if I give a shit. Same for you fucking white knights. Fuck y'all. Suck my left nut. Make the right one jealous. Because you're not going to get laid that way, fellas. Don't side with them because guess what? They ain't going to blow you. They ain't going to even touch you. They're just going to look at you and think, ew. So, whatever. But I'm done. I'm Aaron the Game Godfather with another update / podcast for True Gamer Dimensions. See you later.